Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never End Podcast, the podcast open to everyone, especially Tiger. No, Tiger Mask. Get out of here, Tiger. Oh, he is. He's retiring. Especially Yuji Nagata Jr. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
Do you think that Goto gets his daughter and his son, and they kind of like pit them against Yuji Nagata's kid? Like it's those two versus Yuji Nagata's kid. I don't know who would win. You know.
Look, I'm not going for Goto's kids. I'm sorry. Even if they don't like Goto, they still have Goto's surname, and I'm just like, you're getting loosed. Yeah, you're getting loosed. That's a word now. You're gonna lose. And I want to see Yuji Nagata. That's right. I want to see Yuji Nagata rack him and stack him, baby.
Yeah, Luke, we're back, man. You know, we were gone for a little bit. We did a Never Realm, but, you know, the G1 ended and there's a couple weeks off, and we still got a little time before, you know, they're back into full gear. But in the meantime, we got Blue Justice 16.
Yeah. Blue Justice XVI. But before we get to Blue Justice XVI, that is a lot of justice. There are ways that people can contact or interact with us, or not, because they don't, if they wish to. We are on the Blue Sky. I am at Grumpy2EB. Mr. Guy is at Drucifer Tweets. And collectively, we are at neveropenpod.bluesky.social. If you want to send us a written or voice email, and Jay, we need some emails, you can do that too. neveropenpod@gmail.com. If you've got any of that Dasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can buy merch that'll make you look never as fuck. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see that never as fuck fucking t-shirt right here, baby. Look at that beautiful freaking title. Never Open Pod, Never Open Podcast, Never Open Podcast. Yeah. Right there on the t-shirt, and it's a beautiful belt. Get yourself one. Teespring store, do it. And yeah, watch us on YouTube. Right. Never Open Podcast.
So we did get a fantastic Blue Sky this week from our avid listener and a man who suffers no foolishness, Jamie Coy, and he actually listened to our G1 coverage, which was quite a few hours. It was like 10 hours or maybe longer. I don't know. He actually detailed it all in this Blue Sky, and he walked like a fucking 100 miles or some shit while he was listening to our show. He's a maniac hiker, and man, it's pretty cool.
Hiking with our voices, man. Yeah, it is. It's quite nice to know. Like, we know people listen, but it's nice to know that people listen, if that makes sense, you know?
I want to know what they're doing while they're listening, too. And if they're doing it a lot, they better keep details, because Jamie is very detailed, and I appreciate that. But actually, it's really cool. You know, that's good stuff for health. I like it.
Absolutely. So it is Blue Justice 16. Where are we for this show?
Chiba.
That's right.
All you need to know.
Chiba. I always think of Sonny Shiba when I hear Shiba, because I love Sonny Shiba. He is awesome.
I think about hillbillies. I live right across the river from Kentucky, and if you look over there, you can see them. You know what I mean? In the hills, being all hillbilly. And apparently that's what Chiba's like, or at least that's what Sho says, and I believe him.
Yeah, no, there's no way he tells lies in the House of Torture. Absolutely not.
It's not a house of lies, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That, right? I mean, Evil never tells lies. He's always telling the truth.
That's right. If he says it's the president, God damn it, I believe him. All right, so we do start.
Well, hang on. We got Chris on commentary by himself, all right?
Yeah.
And I'm giving it a shot before I go to Japanese, but he says that Clark Connors is going to join him later. And then he attempts to spoil a third guest. And I'm like, well, is it going to be Wheel-san? Right? And I can't wait to follow up and tell you what happens. Why can't that be a fun surprise if that's going to be a thing? Why can't it be a fun surprise? But it doesn't work at all. And I'll tell you why later. So I had to set that up.
Telling commentary what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Let it be all be a surprise. That's my favorite style of commentary, when you hear the genuineness of the shocks and stuff. But oh well, that's just me. Anyway, we start off with Tiger Mask and Tetsuya Matsumoto versus Masatori Yasuda and Zane J. Nagata is out here and he's giving flowers to Tiger Mask.
Yeah.
It is Tiger's final blue justice.
I like plus Sapphire Sheriff's forever, right?
That's
you
right.
know, I mean, and I miss the flower gimmick in wrestling, because that in Japanese wrestling specifically, usually for a title match, there'd be ladies in kimonos with just insanely large, bouquets of flowers. That's the word. And they give them to the champions, and they're like, "Oh, well, thank you very much. I'll set this over here now. I can't do anything with this right now. I don't have a vase. I don't have any water. I'm in a ring. I'm about to wrestle, lady." I love it. It's so funny. And sometimes heels will throw it and smash the flowers. It's like, oh my God, what a shocking act. It's amazing.
What a waste of those sakura blossoms or whatever.
They work hard on shit like that in Japan. Those bouquets are made very painstakingly, I'm sure.
You spend a lot of hours arranging those flowers. So Tiger gets flowers, and I love this match because I'm thinking, oh, Tiger's getting flowers. Oh, okay, I know where this match is going to go. It doesn't go that way, and I love it even more because he gets his flowers and his cheers and all that, and then his fucking team loses. Mm-hmm. And I mark out, and I'm like, welcome back, New Japan. Yeah! Yeah! Not before Tiger's a bit of a dick to both Masatori Yasuda and Zane J. Chris is quick to point out that some of Masatori Yasuda's name means tiger. And then, maybe he'll be the next Tiger Mask. I'm like, I want that to be a big mega surprise. Now that you've planted that seed, when it happens, I'll be like, oh yeah, remember when Chris freaking told us? But which side is he on? Yeah. Stop doing that. So I'm expecting Tiger's side to win, even though Matsumoto is very new as a young lion. But that doesn't happen because Yasuda grabs the fuck out of Matsumoto, and I am a very happy man.
There was a cool roll through knee bar, snapmare roll through knee bar was kind of what it was from Matsumoto in this match, and he looks better every time I see him. Every time I see him, I'm like, man, is he older now? Is he maturing right in front of our eyes? After the match, Tiger Mask loses again, and he gets the microphone, and he's like, hey man, Yuji Nagata, Blue, Sapphire Sheriffs, that's right. See you later. And we get to hear a song again, and so do the Chiba fans, which they love that because it says Goko Tiger, and their little pea-sized, hick brains can understand that. So
I say go Tiger as well. Go. Yeah, go.
He's going. It's going to take him a little while. He told us how long. So
I like me a bit of classic Tiger Mask from what I've seen, but we're past it. So I'm ready. I'm sorry if I sound like a dick.
Well, you got a year to go. So anyway, next look, we have Bolton Oleg, the never champion.
Yeah.
It says Murashima, and there's one more person.
Shomikato.
Okay, Shomikato. Yeah, autocorrect finished that word for me, and I don't even know what this word is. But then we have they're going to face the team of Evil Dick and Don Fale. So there is a hot guys triple front facing Kanemaru Gambit at the beginning. It's great. So Murashima versus Togo start the match, and House of Torture cheat. They beat the shit out of poor Murashima. He didn't get to do a whole lot in this match. I was kind of pissed. But Bars tags in versus the challenger Fale, and Togo interrupts and gets shimmy shaked. And we get some heroics from Kato as he faces off against the King of Darkness, and he tries to brab out Evil. Now, missed opportunity. Togo comes in with the garrote. But remember when Young Lions used to try to brab Evil, and then his legs were so strong they would flip over out of the hold, and
I was expecting that.
Yeah, we haven't seen that for a while. I was like, come on, do the leg.
Come on, man.
It is absurd, and I love it. So anyway, that's fun. Togo in with the garrote, Dark Scorpion, and Kato gives up for the win. No post-match beatdown.
No, not really. But a lot of posing by Oleg going, look what I got. It's the never open title. Oh, yeah. My favorite spot in this match, by the way, is after Murashima gets a Tongan massage, Fale kicks him out, and then he's laying by the railing. And so Evil and Togo use the railing to hold on to it, and they give him a House of Torture massage on the floor. So that made me laugh.
They're also licensed massage therapists, so it was legit. I could tell.
Dude, it's a House of Torture. You know the time the massages they're doing the ones where they stand on your back and they're using the elbows and shit. They don't use cups. They're using like acupuncture needles, except they don't use a bed. They just lay you down and they use you as a dartboard and shit.
Yeah. Or they just stab you with a knife over and over again. That's acupuncture.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Next we have...
It's not very acu. It's very punctured, but it's not very acu.
Oh my goodness, yes. Next we have Tomoaki Honma, the Emperor, the Holy Emperor himself, Taichi, and Taka Michinoku versus Clark Connors. I've missed you, man. Welcome back. Oscar and Yuto Ice.
Oh my
God.
motherfucking
Knockout Brothers are here.
The Brain Trauma Boys are here.
Oh, yeah. Clark is the Defied World Champion. Good for you. Honma is in slot mode a little bit at the start. His bulldog on Connors is pretty
That's
shit.
Connor's fault. Connor's just like, he was thinking Han was going to move way quicker than he did. That's what happened.
I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Like, all right, Connors, you've been in enough matches with Honma on the other team. You know how slow he is. You got to know how to work with Honma.
He was already taking the bump,
right.
And Honma had taken one step. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Honma misses an assisted Kokeshi on Connors. Clark has Tire-san out, and Oscar sets Honma up to get hit in the face with the tire, which makes me laugh. Ice kicks the freaking shit out of Honma. And I'm like, oh, damn, man. Meteora as well. Nice. Really like it. Oscar does one. Oh, I love this, and I hope this is a thing for him because Honma's laying near the ropes, right? Oscar gets tagged in, and he does that big man in the ropes thing, like one leg over, then the other one.
Oh, yeah.
And then as he enters the ring, he steps on Honma's back. And I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Maybe. I've watched a lot of wrestling. But I haven't. If I have, I haven't seen it for a while, or it might be new to me. That was fucking cool. Make that a thing, Oscar Yuto. That is really cool.
It's like stepping over the ropes as a big man is like intimidating as fuck when you see people do it in like person, and you're like, oh my god. The ropes are like 4 feet high, and they can just step over them. Stepping over onto Honma is like even better.
Yeah,
that made me laugh so much.
It was like, oh, dude, I was howling. It's like the extra stank big man entrance.
Yes.
It was great. I like seeing Taichi chopping down Oscar with kicks. That's really cool. Yuto Ice hits a freaking gnarly roundhouse on Taka Michinoku. I'm like, wow.
That was
cool. All right. I'm liking his kick offense, and he's going to pair up very well with Taichi when over the course of this tour and when the tag match eventually happens. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a KOB tombstone, which is Oscar does as a tombstone, whilst Yuto gives them an extra fuck you kick. You're taking this move in the back, and Oscar pins Taka Michinoku. The Knockout Brothers beat the shit out of Taichi after the match, and Ice is just like, hey, where's your boy Ishii at? Where is he?
He wants to fight Ishii, and I want to see him fight Ishii.
Yeah, me too.
I knew when this angle happened that Taka was going to die a lot from these guys, and that's awesome. I'm happy to see it. That's fun. There's a couple things I noticed. One is that, so the Brain Trauma Boys, their finisher before. Like the first time they did it, it was like a super kick while he had him up for the tombstone, which looks like shit. And I remember that was a fad for a while. Yoshihashi does that every once in a while, and it looks like shit because the guy can't sell the kick, right? So if you don't come anywhere near him, it looks terrible. And even if you get close, you're just like slapping your leg. So I hate that. But they did that one, right? But they changed that to the PK is what it was this time. So, and that makes a lot more sense and it looks much better. So I like that. Also, Oscar tried to chokeslam Taichi, and that's like Taichi's thing. It used to be the chokeslam, remember? So like that's fun, and they set that up right here where that's going to be a thing going forward. So that made me happy.
I was thinking there's no way New Japan can possibly come up with a team that makes me want Ishii or Taichi to lose. I'm like, I want them to win and keep winning forever. They can't. There's no way they'll be able to form a tag team where I'm like, you know what? I'm happy if Ishii and Taichi lose the tag titles. Well, they've just fucking done it because you and I have been dying for the team of Yuto Nakashima and Oscar Loeb to come back for ages, and we're so excited to have them both, and they're in a feud with two of our favorites, and this is going to be a great showcase for them. I'm very excited for the young men. Yeah.
You know, like Taka Michinoku, when he was like, it's almost like Connor's taking that bump too fast, where he's almost like too on fire. You know what I mean? He's just too excited to do it. Like Taka was fired up to put these guys over. You could tell. Like I don't know, like just he had a little extra snap in a step there, and
like he likes them,
awesome.
you know. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I'm gonna bump real good for you guys.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know. He does a lot of just tap out stuff, and I'm sure he wrestles young guys all the time. So I don't know. That's kind of cool. You could see a little.
I think he's really good at the pay it forward style. You know, like that. I think that's another reason why I've always loved me some Taka Michinoku. He's happy to do that. Yeah. No, go.
One more thing, I'm sorry, I have to say it, is that, in that match when Connors got the wheel out, I forgot to mention this earlier. Somebody mentioned the wheel before it happened, like literally seconds before it happened. And it was like, so anyway, but we're going to move on. The next match, Luke, is Daiki Nagai, Shingo, Yota Tsuji, and the new GHC Juniors champion, Hiromu. After the show, Hiromu won the GHC Junior Championship. So we'll talk about that a little bit in this match.
Yeah, because Chris announces the match is going to happen during this match. So, you gave me the update this morning before we started recording.
So, let's see here. And their opponents are Ishimori, Gabe Kidd, Finley, and Gato. Always good to see Gato. So, I was really hoping to see more Gato versus Daiki Nagai. Like, that is a matchup I want to see tons of. But we got other fish to fry here. So, bigger fish to say. So Shingo and Kid start, and it's great never stuff. And the storyline is that Shingo was talking shit, right? And there's actually a really good piece of commentary here, right? Where Chris is talking about, when like the critics, I guess I'm having a hard time explaining, but Gabe Kidd had kind of bitched about the critics, basically. He's talked about the man in the ring, right? And there was this like big poem that he read that was like basically like, you can't criticize me because you never did shit in your life. That's what the poem is. So it's like, fuck you. But Shingo was the one talking shit. You can't say, who'd you ever beat to Shingo, right? So
I've been world champion, bitch.
So it doesn't work. Like the story works. I mean, like Gabe Kidd's logic doesn't track. And so it's just fun because he's screaming at Shingo, you've been talking shit like this whole match. Anyway, it's Ishimori, Gabe Kidd, Finley, and Gator. Like I said, they start. It's great never stuff. Daiki Nagai tags in versus Kidd, which is kind of fun. Brief, but fun. Shingo and Gabe Kidd do some duel of the fates with the chairs in the crowd. War Dogs beat up Daiki Nagai for a while. And then Yota Tsuji gets in next with Finley, which is always great. Always good to see that.
Marquee shit, yep.
Yeah. Gato interrupts, and we get some beard trauma on him from Subi. That's fun. Hiromu tags in versus Ishimori for some preview shit. So, Hiromu won the GHC Junior title after the show. They said that these two have a singles match coming up. Will that be for the Noah title? That's cool. I think that's what's going to happen, right? Yeah. Like Ishimori isn't going to not challenge for the Noah title. That's like his title. Him and Kanemaru is like, they're like the two guys that have won that the most times. So, which Hiromu beat Yohei to get it, by the way, who is a dirtbag. So, in a good way. But not a anyway, one. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what happens there, and that would be kind of cool because they always say, "Oh, we're working together." Remember World Wrestling Network? Remember that? okay, maybe this is that. I don't know. They sent Jake Lee over and Ryo Iwa trade. That's the only thing that's happened so far, really. So
Yeah. No, this was really cool stuff. I like that kid's like, you been talking shit about me, huh? And Shingo's got like a big ass smile on his face a lot of the time going, yeah, I'm talking shit. What are you going to do about it? Fuck you. I love that stuff.
Your poem can't explain this away. You know what I mean? Like,
your poetry sucks, kid, is what he's pretty much saying. So I love it. I like Shingo even going dragon screwing Gabriel Kidd too. That makes me chuckle.
Yeah.
And I like seeing the fire between Shingo and Kidd post match, and also Yoda and David Finlay. It's really cool stuff.
Yeah, we're still the match though, so let's take it easy.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So I haven't said what the finish is.
Spoilers.
And what we were talking about actually before we got into Gabe Kidd and stuff, everything again was the juniors, right? So so we have the two juniors in the ring, and we're getting some preview shit that could be the Noah title match later on, which is going to be fun. So Gato tags in though and interrupts this, and he calls Hiromu a motherfucker, and Hiromu calls him a motherfucker, and then Gato cusses Hiromu more, calls him a son of a bitch, and Hiromu cusses at him even more. It's shocking, and everybody loves it, man. Everybody. There's a double knee smash from the unaffiliated guys, and Gato taps out to Hiromu. After the match, Finlay and Tsuji brawl the back of Gabe Kidd. Calls Shingo a bitch. He calls him a bitch-ass boy. That's what he calls him.
Yeah. This is cool stuff. I want these matches, so give them to me. Yeah. I want all of them. Chris does allude to the fact that Team Unaffiliated might actually get a name or something. They should get a name at some point. I'm like, okay, right. Next is probably the match on the card I was the least excited for. It is El Desperado. I love him. Don't get me wrong, everyone. Ryusuke Taguchi, Yuya Uemura, and Shota Umino versus Wato, Toriano, Yo, and Makabe. That's right. Makabe's lower on the totem for me than Yo. At least
that's all right. He barely does anything in this
match. He doesn't do fucking shit except Makabe things. He's like,
yes, he only does two of them. So, but
go Makabe, go Makabe, go.
One of these teams is noticeably cooler than the other. They're still nerds, but man, there's like one team that's like loaded with cool people, and then the other team's like got Watto. Yikes.
Yeah, Chumpy's out here, and here's my fucking two complaints, and I'll get them out of the way right now. Well, Yo's going for the junior title. Also, Watto shouldn't be on a team against El Desperado. They should be on the same team. What are you doing? All right, so anyway.
Things have changed, Luke. You know, that was last year, so.
Well, give me back that thing.
We're only doing short-term storytelling this year. Sorry.
God damn it. Fuck you, President Tanahashi. Anyway. Look, having said all those things, Taguchi versus Yano is a freaking fun time. To get Yano's freaking whacking Taguchi in the ass at the corner pad, and Taguchi's like, I've got the strongest ass there is. And he's hulking up from getting ass hit with the corner pad. He's like, hulking up from getting hit in the ass. It is making me laugh. I love it. He begs for more, like he's freaking Tommy Dreamer getting whacked with a kendo stick or something, you know? So, oh my God. I am not a fan of nerds doing Ho Train spots on Master Wato, especially one of them is El Desperado. But, and then I'm like, oh no, well, come on, man. Why are we doing, because my brain's going, are we doing the Wato losing again? Because I'm getting nervous that Taguchi's got the ankle lock on. But no, there's a pin battle. Wato wins it. 1, 2, 3. Wato pins Taguchi. I love you, Wato.
There was a part
I love Taguchi too, but yeah.
There's a part in this match where Makabe does the 10 punch, and he doesn't even do the haha or any of his other moves. He does his favorite move. He tags the fuck out. And it's hilarious. I loved it. It made me
his laugh got stolen from him. You know who does it now?
Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Evil's going to sell some merch. Makabe ain't moving shit. You know, except burgers into his mouth.
Like, I bet you Makabe's already complained about it, saying, "What a dick move! He stole my thing. I'd do the laugh." And people are just like, "He's called evil. Get over it." Burger loving prick. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's go.
Next, Luke Connors joins commentary, and Chris is like, "Oh, third person? Oh, third person! I said it earlier, third person." And Connors says, "Oh, Wheelson." Well, he's not speaking right now. And I was like, "Fuck you." I'm glad. That made me happy.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, next week we have a match, and it is all of TMDK except for the, two Aussie guys that started it that aren't here. But it's Zack Sabre Jr., Rihai Iwa, Hartley on another tour, another payday for Hartley. So Fujita and Robbie Eagles is back versus Sho, Doki,
missed him so
Yujiro,
much. Welcome back,
Sonata,
Robbie.
and Ren. And Doki is on the other side of the ring from Robbie Eagles, which is good times. So, so Sho gets the microphone. He has a couple words for the Hillbillies of Chiba. Robbie takes the mic and says, "Shut up." Good one, Robbie. I'm glad you're back, but come on, let's work on the material a little bit. But that's okay. The wrestling is awesome. Doki and Robbie start the match, and they do all kinds of Doki and Robbie things, and it's fantastic. The junior tag gets in. It's Fujita and Robbie, and they do a bunch of tag moves. It's great. TMDK all push their boots into Doki's face, and Marty has to save him by counting. Thank you, Marty. Then they do the 4-way hold on while Hartley tries to find a way in. And eventually he kind of puts his hand on his hips, and the crowd's like, "Oh, we love that." And then he just drops an elbow once they get counted off, so that was great.
It's great.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hartley and Rihoi Iwa hit tag moves on Yujiro. Rihoi Iwa comes down with a bad case of ring post-itis, unfortunately. And House of Torture take it in the crowd. They try for a count-out win. They don't get that as Rihoi Iwa breaks the count. However, it's a bunch of cheating from House of Torture, and they beat up Rihoi Iwa for a little bit. It's mostly Yujiro getting moves on him, which is pretty upsetting. I was not happy about that. So Ren and Zack Sabre Jr. in, and it goes to the outside immediately. And Zack Sabre Jr. gets real mad, and he goes on a rampage, just yelling, "Fuck you!" and shit like that at Ren, and beats him to a pulp. He does a running Yakuza kick over the guardrail. It was right there. You know what I mean? That was a good one. So even the commentary reacting to that was good times. So they were like, "Whoa." But then we get neck cranks for Ren and Sonata. Zack Sabre Jr., another guy who didn't do much in a match, Sonata. But I like it when he does it because it's like, that motherfucker.
He's being a sneaky sly prick about it. He's not being a lazy dude. Yeah.
Ren gets a leg hold on, and Zack has to use a rope break. Oh, Ren could win. Ren hits a weak slap, and Zack Sabre Jr. is like, "Oh, I hit slaps." Boom, monster one. Big old PK. Hartley and Sonata are in. There's a hoe train on Sonata, but low blow, spanner, pole, and pimp cane all come down on poor Hartley. Sonata gets a moonsault for the win, and I thought that was a cool finish. And after the match, Ren and Zack brawl a little bit.
Yeah, my brain immediately went to, Yujiro is going to get the pin here, lose. And I'm like, no, it's probably going to be Jag because, that's his spot right now. But I love how they did it. You're right. He's a big dude. Let's do the mega cheat on him. Let's hit him with all the weapons. Yeah, no, it was good stuff. I like this. I like this a lot. And it was just a really good time. And I like that Zack Sabre Jr. is bringing back he usually saves the mega pissed off side of him for, say, those times in the G1 where he didn't pin the champion or something like that. Or, when he's fucking had enough and he's just lost his mind. This is him as a face, but channeling that kind of anger, but not doing it in a "I'm a bad sport" kind of way. Doing it in a motherfucking House of Torture.
Is there anything he could do to Ren that the crowd wouldn't love to see?
Oh, I know, right?
You know what I mean? It's almost more about Ren than it is Zack. But you're right. He's doing really good, and that little tirade was fucking great because it was kind of scary. In a little way. It was just kind of cool.
Murder Zack. It was good stuff. All right, so we now finish the show.
Last in a lifetime, Luke.
Yeah. It is Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Yuji Nagata. Now, this is better than the Makabe match. But it's not leaps and bounds better than the Makabe match, and
it's much better. It gets good. This match gets good. Not problems, but man, it gets good. The crowd's into it. Makabe versus Tanahashi was embarrassing, and the crowd was like, "Oh."
What I will say is this is the equivalent for me of seeing when I see two old guys, and they might not pull out the 10 out of 10 banger that they used to against each other, but you're so happy to see it again that, all right, that looked a bit rough, well, that did, but you have a good time with it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got from this. Tanner gets booed for playing the air guitar, by the way. Not at a Blue Justice show. God damn it!
Yeah, well, he was cheating when he did it. He didn't respect the rope break, and then he used the ropes to fuck up Yujiro's not Yuji Nagata's leg, and then play air guitar to celebrate. Fuck off.
Now, maybe it's Yuji Nagata's age, but his wrestling style, whilst he does do a lot of the moves he always has, they're usually maybe a bit lighter, maybe a bit safer in terms of him bumping and in terms of him doing moves. So what I do appreciate in this match is they go hard. They're giving the crowd what they like. He doesn't bleed like he used to, Mr. Nagata, but he gets broken open by a headbutt. It's fucking gnarly, man. All right, cool. I think commentary's selling it maybe more than I'm enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it, but it's also the thing of they both respect the fuck out of these guys. And even Clark Connors is losing his maybe his war doggy kind of persona here, being like, I love Tana-san and I love Nagata-san. And, I'm going to let that go. I totally get it. Right call. So, the commentary is pretty decent for this match. There are things that kind of make me other than some of a lot of the stuff I do like, there is a couple of things that make me go, ouch, and tee-hee. So in a lot of Tanahashi matches, you might try to do some kind of suplexy kind of move on him, and he'll turn it into a sling blade. Well, they try it, and they both land awkwardly, and I think Tana almost lands on his freaking head somehow, and commentary tries to cover it up. You can talk more about that in a tick. Then they don't necessarily try to redo the spot. They keep wrestling, but it's another instance where Tana's going to pull out that kind of reversal, and they mess it up again. And I'm like, And all right, then they thankfully move on, and the match gets rough as guts in that good way, and I'm fucking digging it. It's great. They're going hard. And then there is a moment that does make me laugh a bit. I love seeing the aces high. It's a in-ring high-fly flow. The aces high to the outside, but you know what I mean. But Tanahashi, Nagata's not quite in the position he should be, and so Tanahashi lands on his legs in that move, and I'm like, ow. And then Nagata stays down. High fly flow. 1, 2, 3. Tanahashi wins. There's lots of respect after the match. Oh, by the way, before this match even starts, we get a video package because these two have history. All this kind of stuff is great. Chris even does a good job explaining some of it.
He does,
because the video package is in Japanese. So he does a good job explaining some of their history as well, which is fucking wonderful. That's what he does best. Don't tell me what's happening in the future. Give me that history lesson, because that's your specialty, man. That's what you absolutely excel at more than... He's like, he can be... Who was that? Who was that dude who was good at that in WCW? Mike Tenay. Yeah. So, no, I really like it when he's doing more of that than being Nostra Charltoness, as it were. So there's handshakes and celebrations after the match. I like Chris's comment that joke that we get to hear all of Yuji Nagata's music and all of Tanahashi's music, and it's going to loop again, and I'm chuckling at that. But we also see Yuji Nagata's son, and Chris says, hey, but will we see him in New Japan? Oh, he looks like he might be.
I don't know. Is that something that could happen in the future?
Yeah, stop doing that, because Of course I want that. I see Yuji Nagata Jr. and I'm just like, wait, there's another one? Please be a wrestler. I'd like that a lot.
He's forgotten more holds already than Yujiro ever knew.
So as Matsumoto. Yeah. So, what do you think of main event?
I liked it. The slap battle was a highlight. They got into like a Yuji Nagata versus Suzuki style slap battle. That was a lot of fun. The botched moves. To me, when I watched that, everyone went, "Oh!" But I thought it looked like no one got hurt. Like, meaning, like in kayfabe, no one was hurt by the move.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like to me. It was like, "Oh, no one." Okay, got it. Which is a danger when you're doing a move like that. It's just, I don't know. It looked bad.
Somebody get hurt, damn it.
Well,
Andy demands it.
Well, no, I just mean like it's like the move didn't hurt either person in kayfabe. But the other thing too is that was funny is the first time they botched it, then Tanahashi just got up real quick and did a sling blade. So that's what they were trying to do. You know what I mean? So that was fun. This was a nice little dip your toe back in show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was quick. It was fun. It had some of our favorites on. There's people missing, but there's people, coming back and people debuting or re-debuting, I guess. And I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah. I thought this was a really good time. You're right. It was a really good. Let's ease everybody back into New Japan. Here's a reminder of our stories going forward. And here's a last time singles match between two absolute freaking legends. Absolutely. Yeah, I had a great time watching this.
The hillbillies in Chiba, they were going, "Whee!" and stuff like that. They were taking their shoes off and running around. That's the fastest creature on earth is a shoeless hillbilly. I don't know if I ever told you that before, but you cannot catch them.
So just in case you thought I was being mega rude holding my phone, Mr. Guy, I do have a purpose for it. And that it is, I have our last, for now, Wrestler Diary. Also, apparently, if you join the New Japan fan club, you can join their Discord.
They've rebranded. That's what Chris Charlton said. He said they rebranded it. It's like
awesome. As long as those diaries keep coming in somehow, I'm very happy. This is apropos because this is a diary entry by the ace of New Japan, Mr. Hiroshi Tanahashi. It is episode 558.
I wonder if he's going to put himself over. Let's find out.
The photo here is him balancing on one of those big kind of exercise balls. The really, really big, the beach ball size. Those ones.
I do.
And it's called Days of Mecre. I don't know how to say that. Is it supposed to be Days of Mercy? Days of Macrae? I don't know how to say that. So let's move on. It's dated April 10th, 2025. Yeah, this is from a while ago, but we usually get a whole stack of diary entries, and we don't do diaries during tournament season. So, it's a timely podcast. April 10, 2025. The days are slipping by fast. Whether it is at the venue or in these members-only sections of the fan club, time keeps getting away from me. Whether I like it or not, I have no choice but to perceive the lapse of time quite clearly. No matter how much I try not to see these things, I'll look at the calendar again after a few days, and it all comes crushing home I'm like, wow, what am I doing with myself, lol? The NJC tour has now ended with the show at Ryogoku the day before. I had a series of singles matches with Takagi, Kojima-san, Taguchi, and Umino over the course of the tour. What a surprise. In this, the last year of my active career, I've had the largest concentrations of singles matches in my career, not counting my Young Lion days. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that because they're your last times. Yeah. Perhaps the pace is, if anything, too slow since I pledged to have a singles match with everyone on the roster. If we're going ahead with it, give me that Ishii one, because I know he wants to smash your fucking block off. If I'm going to go ahead with it, I need to pick up the pace in the second half of the year. The phrase, plan your activities alongside your retirement, came to mind. But I also feel like my body is starting to adapt to becoming a singles wrestler. Okay, cool. Mr. Second winningest heavyweight champion of New Japan ever. It's like switching from a low-fat diet to a low-carb diet in ketosis. Maybe forget that part, lol. However, when I think about the other wrestlers I'll be facing with in the future, a lot of people will be looking forward to them. So my body needs to be in top condition, I say, as I chow down on curry. Last year, I became president of the company. As a wrestler and the president, I have been leading a double life. Yeah, you're Bruce Wayne of New Japan. And what has been...
But we all know about it. You know, he does have a Joker, though.
All right, he's the Tony Stark of New Japan then, because we all know he's Iron Man. All right, there we go. I've been leading a double life, and what has been the result has been a marked increase, not of body fat, lol, but of interviews and sales. In particular, I'm leading efforts to drum up sponsorships for tours. I'm probably lucky in this work since everybody freaking loves you. Since I landed the Dole sponsorship by chance meeting in front of the dojo. The Dole means something else in Australia. That's what you call social security benefits down here.
Okay.
But
I think it's a fruit company is what I thought.
You know? Right. Well, it means something else in Japan. Okay, fruit. Now, as it's the day before I go to the US, I have a day off. So I'll get some treatment, write an article. I still have one left, and head off to training as soon as I'm done. Will it really go as smoothly as I imagined? First of all, I can't start anything until I finish writing this diary. That being said, I want people to enjoy reading it. And if I can incorporate some of the things I've picked up along the way, that's even better. Am I a greedy person? That's hard to answer, isn't it? Luckily, my flight to America tomorrow is a leisurely one. So I have a little more... But you're the president. You bump it up to business class. I mean, it's New Japan. They probably don't have the money for first, but, whatever. Doesn't he high-fly flow over? I don't know. Maybe he's on Kojima's back because Kojima will have 100 indie shows. They love bread in America, I'm guessing. And Mr. Bread too.
Mm-hmm. Both things, yeah.
So I have a little more time than usual, but I haven't started packing yet. And I'm thinking, I guess I can just go get my costume and go down from the dojo tomorrow. So I'm feeling extremely relaxed. I'll do everything except for the costume when I get back. I've always liked to leave the schedule page of my planner completely blank. It says black though. Every time I open that,
but does he mean it's full of stuff?
It's redacted. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Every time I open that page, I have a habit of checking and grinning, thinking, yes, I've been giving it my all every day. It's a habit of mine after all. It can't be helped, but it's the result of the way I've lived my life. Man, I'm pretty sure he adds extra words in a sentence just to bulk up the email, like the post.
I don't like this diary at all. Just spoiler alert.
I'm sure that from now on, more than ever, I will continue to walk through life with my schedule book completely filled with appointments. However, there is just one problem. I am satisfied once I've written it in my planner, but ended up constantly getting calls from my manager, Nakagami, saying things like, today is the deadline for the survey, or how's the article for Otamachi going? I'm thinking, sorry to be such a troublesome president. Huh? You can almost hear me saying, if you think so, then fix it. But yes, it's a habit. Full circle. From tomorrow, I will be going to America and won't be holding back. So how about I try to balance my full effort with my habit? Huh? Oh, I understand. I'll get it done. With a president like this, the employees will also get it easily, or rather, we'll get fed up with it. Next time, I'm just a habitual, nonchalant person. Just say you're a procrastinator. And this week's pick is... I love this. All right. It says it's his source, my source of Zen, my attendant, Murashima. And there's Murashima in a G1 Climax top, looking adorable, eating food with an adorable look on his face. Is adorable because he is adorable, and I love me some cats. I love Murashima. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's like one highlight of a very boring... that was very Great O'Con-esque. You know, it
Yeah.
was just a little bit less boring than Great Okan.
Did
But
you
yeah.
miss Diaries? I'm gonna make you wish you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck off, Tanahashi. I don't. It's like you know, the extreme detail, like explaining extreme details of your life. That's not what people want. You know what I mean? They don't want that. They want a broad stroke. You know, give us
Why
the
is it the
broad stroke.
wrestlers I rag on the most are the most entertaining diaries?
Because they're not good at wrestling. They're good at the diary.
Yeah.
You know, it can't be both.
But Yoshihashi's terrible at the diaries. But fucking hilarious. Because you know, you can obviously see the way forward from what he's writing, but he can't see it.
Yeah.
Like he didn't put incense sticks in his room together.
Yeah.
He just saw that
You need-
Ishii
you need
suggested he
an-
use incense sticks and then moved on.
You need a new Yoshihashi thing to rail about. You know, every time with the incense sticks. He said a lot of dumb shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know, there's got to be more. You know, we can do better. You know, with our Yoshihashi slander.
He well, the fact that his place of worship is packed again. Oh fuck! I've got to stand up rather than kneel. Yeah, but oh my goodness. So yeah, it is good to be back, and now we have pretty much all the rest of the week off until the weekend. But it is good to be back doing New Japan shows again.
It's true. Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, on YouTube.